Hello everyone, today we'll see all the settings and webhooks available on Props Avalanche. Let's start with the Props Avalanche settings. On the main menu of the game, go to the settings page by clicking on the settings button. Max win is the victory goal to achieve during your live. It will be displayed on your victory counter. You can display the win counter or not, if you want to use your own win counter. You can put the win counter at the top or at the bottom of your screen. This is the countdown that is triggered when you have reached your victory objective. If no one remove a win, then it's the end of your session. You can add a custom end sound or not. The custom end sound is triggered when you reach the top of the hill. Click here to import your song. You can add a custom dance sound or not. The dance sound is triggered when someone makes you dance. Click here to import your song. You can choose on which event the multiplier is effective. You can activate outlines here. Here is the difference when outlines are enabled and when they are not. You can activate protective platforms here. Here is the difference when protection platforms are enabled and when they are not. You can select the map you want here. And finally, you can select a sky for your map here. You can set the move speed of your character here. If you check the positive and negative color box, your character will be blue if you are in positive win and red if you are in negative win. If you didn't check the positive and negative color box, then you can pick a color for your character. You can select the dance of your character here. And finally, you can choose the model of your character. You can lock or unlock the camera here. You can set your sensitivity here. And finally, you can choose the distance between the player and the camera. Now I will introduce you all the different webhooks you can use for the game. All the webhooks are available on the main menu of the game by clicking on the Webhooks button. Note that it is possible that webhooks have been modified or added. If this is the case, all the modifications will be available in the document which references the webhooks. This webhook spawns props. You can choose the ID of the props from 0 to 61. Here is all the different ID available, each corresponding to a different prop. You can also choose the quantity of props that will fall. You can choose the size of the props from 1 to 7. You can choose if the props trigger the ragdoll collision or not. If you set it to true, your character will be flexible during collisions. If you set it to false, your character will be rigid during collisions. And finally, if your props comes from likes, then set from likes to true, else set it to false. It's the same webhook as for the spawn props seen previously, except that the props that appear will be random. This webhook makes a character appear who runs with the nickname of the person who summoned him. The jetpack throws you into the air. You can configure the height here. The shield protects you from falling props. You can configure its duration here and its maximum duration here. The maximum duration is for the case where someone sends several shields at once. It is then possible, if you wish, to limit the maximum duration of the shield. It makes you dance for a set amount of time. Like the shield, you can configure its duration here and its maximum duration here. The smoke blocks your vision for a defined time. Like the shield, you can configure its duration here and its maximum duration here. It teleports you on the map. If you set ID to 0, it will teleport you at the first box. If you set it to 1, it will teleport you at the second box. When the multiplier is active, props, dance duration, jetpack height, etc. can be multiplied by the multiplier value. You can configure the multiplier in the game settings so that it is active only on certain webhooks. You can set the multiplier duration here and the multiplier value here. The reset takes you back to the bottom of the hill. It adds win from your victory counter. You can choose the quantity here. It removes win from your victory counter. You can choose the quantity here. The lucky wheel is a wheel that allows events to be triggered randomly. A tutorial is available on the channel to configure it. If you want to know how to link webhooks to Tickfinity, a tutorial is available on the channel. The link is in the description of this video.